Welcome to another episode of Finance Matters. Today I want to tell you a little bit about something that I think that everybody needs to know about, but nobody wants to listen to. Yeah, Mr. Boring, let's get this over with. Inflation and purchasing power. Why does it matter for everybody to know what it is? It's because it affects us all. Because inflation tells us so many things. So just a little bit about how inflation works. They have an index that represents a certain basket full of products or products and services. So a medium family, for example, will buy certain products at average over the year. It might buy a paper, it might buy TV, service, and some other stuff that's representing like an average family. They put these products into the basket at the same store or stores, you could put it that way, and then they do it again next month. The first month they do it, whatever the basket cost, let's say it cost $1,500, the whole basket with the products and the services, that represents an index of 100. Then next month they put the same products and services into the basket, and then it costs $1,550 because somebody raised the price. That means that the difference between $1,500 and $1,550, that's the difference in the price that you're paying for it now. So basically you need more money to pay for the same products and services next month, and that's inflation. It's just measuring how much more do we have to pay for our products and services. But why is it important for us to know that? Because, for example, the bank uses inflation to calculate how much they can pay you when you put money into the bank, and how much you will have to pay them when you borrow money from the bank. Because the bank always wins. They always calculate inflation and then plus a percentage. For example, if there was a 2% inflation rate in the country at average, then the bank is probably going to loan you money at 3% and more. They're going to cover the inflation rate plus 1% and up to 10%, depending on what kind of loan you get. So it's really important for us to know that, because purchasing power, that means what we can buy for $1 or 1,000, it changes and it reflects into the inflation rate. So if we have $1,500 and we're spending it this month, we need $1,550 to buy the same products and services next month. So our purchasing power goes down. So inflation represents more cost of products and services, but it also represents how much more we have to pay for something. So the purchasing power of our money decreases, or currency. And why is it important to know that? Because some people, they don't put their money into something that's going to provide them with a high interest rate, but they want to put it into a safe, secure environment, in parentheses, put it into the bank. So the bank tells them, in a country, let's say that the inflation rate is 3% in this country, and they will pay you 2% interest on your money. That means that in a few years, you'll have a lot more dollars, but you'll actually be able to buy less with them than you could when you put them into the bank. So some people are paying a mortgage on the house, for example, or credit cards or something, and they're deciding, they suddenly get a lump sum of money, and where should I put the money? Should I put it into the bank, or should I put it onto my mortgage? We'll just use that for an example. But people don't realize that they are actually making more money or saving more money by putting onto the mortgage, because it has higher interest rate than ever to put it into a savings account. So when you look at something, should you pay off what you owe or should you save, you always have to think about the percentage rate and the inflation rate. Because the inflation rate, that's going to eat up your money. Basically, if you stash the money under your pillow with no interest on it, depending on inflation, that's how much the value of your money is decreasing by every year. So in a country with inflation rate of 3%, then your money is actually 3% less worth under your pillow a year later. I hope that was not too boring. I hope to see you next time. Please subscribe, leave your comments if there's anything that you have questions about or think that I have wrong here, because I usually admit if I have something wrong. So thanks for stopping by.